look like you're in blanking college. That's what you say. That's what you're gonna say to me.
Hey, I gotta throw what did you say the other day? Yeah, the cowboy hat. It's not a good look for you.
Well, I'm just being honest, man. Are you saying this?
Maybe I wear a cowboy hat all the time. Now all of a sudden it's like I got a conscience every time I put it on in the morning.
So you're wearing a cowboy hat with a hoodie. That just ain't what it's all about, buddy. Now if you had a jean jacket on, I'm sure
real
you'd look
cowboys
good.
wear tennis shoes too, buddy.
Well, there you go.
They don't wear cowboy boots at a concert.
Okay,
I tell you.
So, Nolan, God, I miss talking to you.
Yeah, we got a good start this morning. We were going to put it out for tomorrow, but we're both so riled up.
Both excited about football. So even though I didn't watch one lick of it, so I went to Valley Fair on Saturday, big amusement park here in Minnesota. Most people know about it. Rode a lot more rides than what I thought I was gonna. I thought I was gonna ride. So Nolan must have forgot to lock his door, so he's got to go and do something here or there or whatever it is. But
I had to glare. I had to.
Gotcha. So got home Saturday night. We got home about 7:30 after dropping Lily's friends off, and I lay in bed, and sure enough, dude, I got the freaking bed spins. I'm like, are you kidding me? Yeah.
Vertigo detector. Right.
Oh God, it's terrible. So the bright idea was to go boating yesterday, and I got home from boating yesterday. I sent you a couple pics from out on.
Yeah.
Sure enough, again, I lay down for a second. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? So
that's what we call getting old. There,
well, you got to choose one or the other. Don't do both in the same weekend because you'll feel like
that's probably
I feel you'll feel like my equilibrium is off a little bit. Yeah. So, but I will tell you, I had a good time. It was fun. We went with the church group on Saturday to Valley Fair, and the kids had a blast. And I went boating with my buddy yesterday, Brian, and he was just a nice time. It's nice to get out. Now soccer starts today for Lily again, so now it's like boom, boom, boom. Here we go.
Oh yeah. Everything gets underway. Yep, we got volleyball starting the 19th.
Okay.
Which will be next weekend. School starts on that Wednesday.
So you're getting there already, huh? You're getting there. So all right. So before we came on this morning, folks, Noel and I were kind of talking about some things on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. And you just get tired of people's opinions. Is that what you were saying? Or
well, it's not a point of opinion. I don't mind opinions.
Right.
But when you're trying to argue points that, like, was it last week? The one said JJ McCarthy is throwing 14 touchdowns and Caleb Williams is throwing 4. And we're like,
in preseason, like in practice?
Practice. Yeah. In practice. So I'm like, okay, so the touchdowns that I've seen that McCarthy and Williams have thrown, the D-backs have been like 10 yards behind them.
Yeah.
So the defense is not playing the best. We get into preseason. Now we're starting to rank what rookie had the best preseason game. No. You can't measure that because Williams played 12 plays. McCarthy played 30. Penix played 4.
Yeah.
Nix played whatever.
Yeah.
So no guy was out there. We have no idea what string was in for the Raiders at a certain point when McCarthy was in there, or Penix or Williams. So it's all vanilla. There's not a lot of blitzing going on. There's not a lot. I mean, it's Vikings aren't showing their playbook.
Right. I don't think each team isn't out to show what they have. They're just trying to see how is our 4th round defensive lineman gonna.
Yeah.
Is he good enough to be a sub, or is he good enough for this, or is he good enough for that?
Well, the announcers even said it was during the Bears game. Josh Allen was out there and he took off for like a 12-yard run and slid, and he gets back up, and all of a sudden the next play he's out. And we're like, what's going on? And they said, you know what? Josh Allen is a guy that doesn't know how to turn it off.
Yep.
And he's got to realize that, you know what? We don't need to win this game. So if it's 3rd down and 7, take the little sack or the kneel down, get on the sideline. But
that's his game. That's his game. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And he's a bigger guy. He can take on those cornerbacks pretty good. But so are you
it takes one bad hit or
no, I agree. Are you super jazzed that the Bears blew out the Bills in the first their second preseason game? Or do you like
super jazzed? It's preseason. I'm gonna stick to that till. I mean, we could have won 70-0, and I'm not be going. Oh, we're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Woo woo! Super Bowl.
The only thing I see on there, the Vikings won, and I've got 4 people on here that. Hey, reminder that we played the first string Raider defense till halftime. Who cares?
Yeah,
who really cares?
And they scored 3 points. Right?
Yeah. And then they scored against the third stringers, supposedly, is what I saw on one. But no, they've got how the receivers did and how now Odunze and Neighbors are busts because they didn't catch a pass. And
God. That's so stupid. Man. That's just dumb. It's just dumb. I did see a little bit of the Packers Browns, and it was the Packer telecast on the NFL Network, and they were super excited. And then the one guy finally goes, "Yeah, this isn't the Browns' first defense. There's like a bunch of scrubs in there." Yeah, and and it's like just hold back your expectations until the regular season starts, and you can go from there. So there is one here. I'm gonna on X here, see if you can guess what team he's talking about. Okay.
Franchise quarterback, franchise edge, franchise kicker, all in one draft.
Well, I'm guessing that's the Vikings right there.
That'd be the Vikings, yeah.
Yeah.
So then the Bears could turn around and say franchise quarterback, franchise wide receiver, franchise kicker.
Franchise punter, right?
Or punter, I meant. Yeah, punter. We already got our stud, Cairo Santos.
You're right on.
I'll pick anybody in the NFC North.
So that brings me to a point, Nolan. I talked about this with my group this morning. This was our thing. So, anybody can post anything on the internet, so it's got to be true. But when do you go too far, my man? Like, when is it like, God, they shouldn't have posted that? Being in the HR world, I've always been one that if I work for an organization and you're working for me and you just say, God, I don't like working for Decker's home repair shop. And that's it. I think that's fine. To me, that's fine. Do you think that's fine? Is that a little over? Now, if you got on there,
a little over because
okay.
I mean, you're kind of cutting down so you could have 50 people look at that and go, well, I'm not going to hire Decker's Construction because this guy doesn't like working for him. Is this Decker guy? So that could hurt you many ways.
It could, but that person has the right to say that. Now, if this person says, don't work for Decker's Construction, he's a dickhead, he rips you off, he blah, blah, blah. If he starts to verbally assault or threatens in any way, that's to me is when it just gets a little bit overboard. That's how I feel. I mean, I can say I don't like Burger King. And I should be able to say I don't like Burger King. And if I want to talk about it, I don't like Burger King.
And you as a customer have every right to say that.
I have every right to say
an
that.
Employee.
Well, if I'm working for Burger King,
food sucks.
Yeah. Where do you draw that line? I mean, it's like when I used to work for healthcare places, people used to say, God, I hate working there. And it's like, well, quit.
Yeah.
Go
work somewhere else.
Go work somewhere else. But if they would have said, like, I hate working for Dr. So-and-so, or I dislike this, that's when it gets to the point when you personally attack somebody. That's when it's like, you got to kind of step back and just say, do I really need to post this? Do I really need to? But some people, they like to complain. So that's all and you see a lot of it on Facebook. I think social media is going to be the death of all of us at some point.
It is. Yeah, and after this came up last night, I'm like I said, I'm a Laker fan. I'm not a LeBron James fan. Never have been, never will be. So they go win the USA, wins the gold.
Yep.
Steph Curry got them the gold medal.
Yep.
LeBron's the MVP, whatever.
Yeah,
put that on your shelf. So he is going to a nightclub. Did you see that?
I didn't know.
He is going to a nightclub at night, gets out of his vehicle. He goes to the other side. He puts his gold medal on. He's, putting everything nice. He comes around the front of the car, and there's a kid says, hey, LeBron, can I get a selfie? Kid's probably 13 years old, 10 years old, right around there. yells at the kid, stop, back up. And he walks around and he walks into the club and he starts high-fiving his buddies. And at that point, I'm like, 3 seconds.
Yeah.
That happened to me with Randy Moss, by the way. And I think I told this story preseason. Yeah, be it he was probably late for the preseason game because he didn't really care. Right. But it's like, all I said, I was like, hey, can you take a picture with my son? Nope. He kept walking. And to that day, it's just like, really, man, you had 3 seconds. You had 3 seconds to make this kid's life.
Right.
So what is this kid over in Paris that got shunned by LeBron? If he'd have done that to me, would I have been going, it's just LeBron. Yeah, man, I got to see him. That's all.
Yeah.
Or you just turn up and say, you know what? I'm throwing his jersey. He has no respect for kids. He has no respect for the people that pay his salary.
So number one, if it was you that said, hey, LeBron, can I get a selfie? And he said, no. Well, first off, you wouldn't have done it anyways.
How old am I, though, at this point?
Well,
50 years old? Yeah. Dipshit, get out of here.
Yeah, right. No, but I'm just saying, if you saw him in an airport, would you run up to him and say, hey, can I get a picture with you?
I probably would.
You would?
If it's LeBron, yeah.
And if he said no, what would you say? You're an ass?
I said, well, I didn't want to take one with you anyways.
Yeah. So. Oh, by the way, you suck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, I think when you run into celebrities, I think it all depends on the celebrity, probably.
Yeah, right.
Would I do that? I'd probably be going, I'm not going to do that. Yeah. Now, if it was Magic, you're damn right. I mean, in a heartbeat.
You'd be just running up behind him and.
Oh yeah, I was like, I don't.
Not even
that. I'm getting a picture with you. But if it's certain, I mean, depends on the popularity. But if it's a guy that the morals are there, the lifestyle is there, the guy is just, he is the Lakers. Where LeBron is, he's a fake. I mean,
so. I would, if LeBron was there at an airport and I was there, I would somehow finagle myself a selfie with him somehow, some way, whether it's walking in front of him or walking next to him or whatever. But I'm not I don't think I would ask him. I don't know if I would. I mean, if other people were asking, then maybe, and if he would stop and doing it, then I probably would, like, hey, can we get a selfie or what? I don't know. It's just weird, but I don't know. I would just go up to him and say, hey, why don't you do yourself a favor and take a selfie with me?
Yeah, there you go.
I got a podcast, buddy.
And did he sit here and take it like, what did he just say to me? All right.
Yeah. I mean, you just kind of make yourself bigger than what they are.
The thing is, I just think with celebrities, I think that's their duty. I know they get frustrated with the paparazzi, with people. They're eating lunch. People come up. Hey, can I get your autograph? I get that.
I would never bother somebody eating dinner. I wouldn't.
Right.
I really won't. I've never looked at a celebrity or a sports figure as my role model. Right. I never have. Some people do. I look at my dad. I look at some of my friends' dads as role models in my life. And I should probably go get their autographs. And some of them, it's too late because they've already passed on. But those were the guys that I always enjoyed, like talking to my friends' dads and my dad. Well, your dad, God, he's hilarious to talk to. If you ever need a good laugh, call old Roger and he'll make you freaking. Exactly. you'll belly laugh until it hurts, But they're going to tell you like it is, and some people might not like that too. But that's they've earned the right to do that. So I don't know. And then, interestingly enough, you know that today, back in 1981, IBM brought out its first personal computer. So,
really? 81.
So here we are today talking about how this is going to kill us all. And back in 1981, IBM brought out
did we know? 1981, the world started slowly ending.
Slowly going downhill. Actually, it was 1908 when the world started ending because the Model T was let out of the gates for the first time.
Yeah, there you go.
And so there's that. But all right, let's talk. You go ahead. You bring it on from here. So what are we going to talk about next?
First week of preseason is in the books. All three top teams in the NFC North won.
Wow, you're going there already.
And Packers sound like they look good.
Yeah,
sound like well, the Bears did look good the quarter I watched them. Missed some opportunities, obviously. Settled for 2 field goals when, at that point, 4th and 1 on the 8. Go for it.
Well, preseason. You should never have your punter out in preseason.
No,
that's just
kicker.
Like you. Yeah.
And Vikings, like I said, I didn't watch any of that game. I just seen the final score.
Yeah.
Heard JJ McCarthy looked like he was MVP. It sounded like
threw a couple touchdowns. I watched the touchdowns. Watched the touchdowns, and the guys, they blew the corners off the water. I mean, obviously, first preseason game, busted coverage, guy was wide open.
Yep.
You and I could have caught that pass no one and scored a touchdown.
No, because we wouldn't have got into the end zone at that point. We'd still be at the 40 going, hold on.
How'd that ball get through my hands?
He did throw an interception.
Threw an interception,
and did have a guy explain it to me on X, thank God, what he should have done and what he did wrong. So that was nice that the Fairweather fan decided to tell us why McCarthy threw that interception.
Gotcha.
He didn't say, hey, it's preseason, don't worry about it.
Right. Well, no, you don't want to do that. No, you don't want to do that at all.
No, we do need to stress that, though. It is preseason. This is where the younger guys get to play.
Yep. And you find out that, Dallas Turner looked like the real deal for the Vikings, had a sack, got some pressure on the quarterback, all that good stuff.
Yeah. And our edge rusher, Booker, had 2.5 sacks.
Well, there you go. Go.
So who got the better end of the deal that one?
Well, I don't know, my man.
We're gonna start something here. Let's go.
No, we're not. I'm just saying it's time for those guys to shine, and that's a good thing. It's a good thing to shine in preseason.
Yep. Week 1 is going to tell everything. September what?
Yeah. Is it
7th?
7th? Yeah. Well, isn't there like 6 games on Thursday night?
There's a Thursday, then there's a Friday game.
Yeah. It's
then Sunday and Monday. Yeah, wives are going to like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So did I did read up on the Bears, and it said that a couple of the receivers dropped for Williams, or else he would have had they were actual drops. Was there? Okay. Again, preseason.
One was command.
Don't have your time. Yeah.
It was. He was looking up the sideline.
But he was ready to score.
And he went, and then he dropped the ball. I mean, that happens.
Yeah, it does. It does. You got to catch that ball before you take off.
Look at a career stats of anybody. If the guy threw 60% of his passes, completed 60% of his passes, 10% of those probably were dropped.
Right.
That were dropped or missed. But
I remember when Favre was coming up, some of those receivers says he threw so damn hard it hurt to catch the ball. I mean,
but nobody's the Hail Mary king like Aaron Rodgers.
Well, that's true.
How can you be a Hail Mary king is what I want to know. Because it's a Hail Mary. It's a 50-50. But no, Aaron Rodgers is the Hail Mary king.
Don't put too much thought in it, buddy. It's going to keep you up at night. So don't do that. Don't do that. So, but no, it's exciting. We'll see what happens. Now it's going to like you said, I've been off Twitter. I'm probably going to be off a little bit longer because I see all the political BS out there as well. And it's driving me crazy already. I told Becky last night, I said, I might maybe move up to your parents' house for until November, till the election's over.
Oh boy.
Because it's just maybe even a little life in rugby is a little less stress.
But you're dealing with the smack dab in the middle of North America. That's a little pressure there,
Yeah. But it's quiet. I can go over to the greenhouse, have a cup of coffee.
Amtrak rolls through. And then...
Well, yeah. But and Wi-Fi is kind of spotty up there. So some days you get it, some days you don't. So I'm like, all right, life is good. Life is good. But no. Football, it's coming. Friday we'll do probably the Lions and the Packers preseason preview. Are you down for that? Is that going to give you enough? Is that going to give you enough time? And then we'll do the Bears and the Vikings together.
I got it already up here.
Oh yeah, you got it all down. All right.
Yep, I've already got hot seat Campbell ready to go.
he's pretty much already fired. No.
Yeah, he's already 0-1. I mean, that's
game over.
Start in the preseason.
Oh, preseason 0-1. Tough. So, your Dodgers going into the baseball world here quick. They had a nice little weekend sweep of the Pirates.
Yeah, the dominating performance over the Pirates.
Did Kershaw pitch again or not, or is he?
I did not pay attention this weekend.
Okay,
I think he pitched on. When was our last time we talked? Was it Friday?
Well, yeah, he pitched on. Yeah, he pitched on Thursday, so he wouldn't have pitched. He'd probably either pitch tonight or tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I think he pitches tonight against the Brewers. Actually,
does it? Okay, that'll be a big series coming up, and then
Kershaw and Peralta.
Oh, that'll be a pretty good game.
Yeah,
is it on? I think it's on ESPN. I thought I heard that this morning talking about it, but yeah,
it doesn't show it. But hey, tune into ESPN, or if you got a Roku, run with it.
Yeah, there you go. Good stuff. Still can't watch the Twins here, but your prediction of them sweeping, I thought might have come true after they swept the doubleheader. Yeah. I was like, all right, maybe this Dixie guy knows something here, man. He kind of knows something. But yeah, they split the series, so they're 2.5 back. Good enough. We can, make the playoffs. That's all we need to do. And pitching's starting to come around a little bit for the Twinkies, and so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, Dodgers got a 3.5 game lead on Arizona and San Diego. Twins are 3.5 back of the Cleveland Guardians.
Oh, 3.5. Oh, yeah. My bad. Yep, because they lost 2 in a row. They've lost because
they started 3.5 at the beginning.
Yes. Yep. And they split it. What was I going to ask you as well?
We got baseball to go yet. What are they?
Yeah, we do. Well, isn't like
they got 120 games, so they got 40 games left.
40 games to go. There's plenty of time for jocking. Yeah. But and I'm not making fun of the Dodgers, but weren't they up by like 7 games there for a while?
Yeah, probably.
And so were the Guardians too.
Well, I know like 40 games. I think they were 20-20, so they struggled.
Well, okay. Yeah. Okay. So now it's coming. We'll the exciting time of baseball is coming up. So we'll talk a little bit more of that when we get down that way. So final word on the Olympics. You glad it's over? Are you muted or what are you doing there?
No, I'm Olympics were the Olympics, I guess. They were they weren't the
Are they not as important to you as were they ever super important to you or not?
Well, I'm not saying they're not important to me, but they weren't as there's so many events. It's it's the world, so you have no idea when you're watching replayed stuff. You're watching when is it live? It's like I woke up on was it Sunday morning? And the USA women were already winning the gold, and I'm like, wow, we're not throwing this primetime 2 in the afternoon on a Sunday where people can sit and watch. No, that was over with by whatever. Heard the men were on Sunday. And found out Saturday night they won the gold. I'm like,
they won the gold. Yeah,
that'd have been nice to watch a little bit of that. But
that's how it was.
And I think Snoop needs to go. Sorry, Snoop Dogg.
Yeah,
that got a little. I didn't watch it that much, but I think I'd have probably tuned out because of it.
So the whole thing just didn't interest me. I don't know why. I'm glad we crushed in the medal count. That's great. Like you. Like if it was in America, I probably would have just because it's like when I watch TV is at nighttime. And I already knew all the results when I was, who's going to win the gold medal? Well, it's going to be this person because I already saw it. I
already heard it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's, and back in the day, it was easy not to hear that because there wasn't all this freaking social media out there saying Nolan Dix got a trophy for breaking. He got the bronze in the breakdance in Olympics.
Yeah, the Olympics lost me that. That
was... Yeah, and just strange stuff. But I mean, everybody's got to have some.
They didn't have parkour.
Ooh,
they could have had that on there. Maybe in 2028 in LA.
Well, they got baseball coming now. That'll be interesting. The baseball will be.
And you're already working on media credentials.
Yep. Well, hopefully we'll get them. I got our producer out. Made the phone call to the mayor of Los Angeles last week, and so hopefully we can get some of those. And
either that, or we both put in a application to volunteer, and hopefully we both get in, and then we can So I think they said they had over 400,000 applicants to volunteer for like 50,000 positions.
In Paris or in LA?
In Paris.
Oh, wow. That's so people can come and not go back to their other country.
Yeah.
Just saying. Boom. Just saying. Yeah, maybe we'll they asked me if I wanted to run a leg in the torch run when it comes over here, but with my knee, I just don't think I should. I don't think I should.
4 years to rehab and do whatever you got to do.
I don't know. We'll find out.
My question is, are you tired of Dion yet?
I haven't even. Honestly, no.
What do you do, Chad? Do you watch any sports? Do you get prepared for this podcast at all?
Just let me explain my last 2 weeks. It's been like, go here, go.
I know. But Prime Time's got to know his role.
What's he complaining about now?
Well, he's turning the tables on reporters because said, so what kind of chemistry? You know what chemistry is? What's chemistry? Explain chemistry to me. I'm like, Dion, shut up. Just explain to him. Is there chemistry on the offensive line? No, right now there isn't. That's all he had to say. But instead, he turned it on. He had 3 questions brought to him. He turned them on the reporters. And at that point, as a reporter, I myself, I would have probably stood up and walked out. I don't care that you're prime time.
Yeah.
But
so do you say something like, when you really want to answer questions, just let us know? Or does that get you booted from?
Oh, it would definitely get you booted because there's always somebody waiting in the wings.
So you wouldn't be able to come back in 2 weeks and just like.
At that point, would it matter? I mean, if you ask a question and he dogged you on it, you're going, all right, ask a couple more. And then when he gets back, raise your hand again. By the way, Dion. Then you come at him with, you let us know when you're going to honestly and seriously answer the questions that we ask, because we have jobs to do like you. We don't like you, right. Like you.
Yeah.
But you're treating our job like we're peasants. And I don't like it. And I'll bring Dion on here and say it to him.
Okay. I don't know.
Probably wouldn't, but
No, yeah, I think you would.
No, being in the media, it's just like when you ask a question, you want it answered. You don't want it's like, hey, what's so-and-so feeling like today? Well, what do you think he's feeling like?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's that. So now, okay, so let's talk like you interview coaches, right? For your little Saturday morning sports show, right? Do they ever say, hey, don't ask me about Freddie's injury or anything like? I mean, or I'm guessing, Nolan, you got that relationship with him. You've known him for all these years, so you're not gonna. Hey, what about heard that your wife slept with some, or nothing. I mean, not saying that's ever happened, but like, do they say, hey, don't talk about this, or I don't want to talk about next week's game. I just want to talk about this week's game.
No, well, there's sometimes we'll be sitting there shooting the bull before the interview and just say, hey, how is so-and-so? And they're like, well, he's going in for MRI on Monday. Let's probably not talk about it because of obviously HIPAA and all that. Sure. Yeah. You got to be careful when you're saying, hey, I heard that this kid has a torn ACL. Is that true? Well, I'm waiting on a mom and dad. But how did you know? Well, I just heard it.
I just heard it from the kid himself saying that and all that. Yeah. Have you ever got into it with a coach, like during your little things or not? No. I can't imagine you would, because you're pretty laid back or anything. Anyone ever like really made you upset?
No. And for the most part, I don't think I've ever had a coach not reach out to me in an interview or say no on an interview.
Okay. So
they're like, oh, really? Do we got to do it on the radio? Seriously? Like, that's not what it is out here.
Is it? Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty cool. So no, and I get that. So again, I don't know. Do they have that in the press conference beforehand? Like, hey, don't ask Dion about this. Don't ask Dion about that. Don't ask about.
Odds are they get handed a piece of paper.
Do they? Okay. And just say.
I think I did see somewhere that there's a sheet of paper handed out that said, do not ask about this, this, and this.
Don't ask about Shadur's draft status or anything, all that stuff.
Which to me, it's like, well, why even?
But if you get that And then you ask the question, should you be thrown out?
Depends on his response.
Well, yeah, I don't want to talk. He doesn't want to talk about this, and this. And maybe it's the HIPAA. Maybe it's But if I'm
always the way darn well there's going to be that one reporter that's sitting here going, okay, I can't ask about this, but if I ask it this way, I'm walking the line here, and he's either going to flip out on me or
he's going to answer me. Yeah. So who do you think was the best coach ever interviewing? I've got two in my mind right now.
Oh, the best interviewers, or you?
Yeah, well, just like the funniest, the greatest. Like you just every time you see it, you laugh.
I know you're probably gonna say Jim Mora when he playing.
No, that ranks up there, but mine is like somebody asked Bobby Knight about, you guys, did you have your game face on today? He's like, what is a game face? And he just like made all these weird faces the whole time. So I thought old Bobby Knight was a pretty good. I always enjoyed listening to him talk. You got people texting you left and right.
Wow.
I could see inside the station, Nolan. Are you open?
No, I'm getting like a bunch of calls for my wife's work here. So I'm wondering.
Uh-oh. Well, we said we were going to do a half hour, so we better wrap up. You probably got family emergency going on.
I probably do. I don't know.
Yeah. No. So we'll be back on Friday. We're going to talk Packers. We're going to talk Lions, and we will give our thoughts about how their season is going to go.
Yes, we will.
Does that sound good to you? And then
we'll do Packers, Lions, and then we'll wait till the next week. We'll do just the Vikings. We'll do the schedule. We'll do the whatever, and then the Bears schedule.
The Bears, the final end. Sounds good.
Yep.
Sounds good. Yep. All right, my friend. Well, I hope everything's okay. And
all right.
No going out music today. You got to go.
All right.
See you later.
Sounds good.